Welcome back, class. Today is Tuesday, the 11th of October. Today we're getting in ceramics class. We're working on our deadhead skull pieces, which is the skull slab box. All right, so getting into the skull slab box. I get one of these calendars every year. It's great because it keeps me really focused on how to plan stuff out. And that's one thing I don't know if I've actually covered with you guys yet, which is this class is really about time management, how you manage your time in class. I know I'm going to sidetrack from the directions first off, but this class really focuses on the time management. I'll give you 3 or 4 projects at a time, and everything's overlapping and everything has a due date all on its own. And the reason I do that is because that's how the real world works, and I want you guys prepared for that. This is one of those classes where you have to think about real world application for pretty much everything that we do. And number one thing that I got to focus on is time management skills. So what do we need to do to enable us to have focus on time management? What do we need to do to engage with getting things turned in on time so everything is done equitably to the best extent that you possibly can do? So prioritize when you need to work on your art histories, when you need to work on your sketchbook elements, when you need to work on the projects. There is a method to the madness. As always, I recommend that you start off with a sketchbook for what the project is going to be. Start off with a couple sketches as to this is my overall game plan. That's what the sketchbook is for. Using that to dive into what you're going to build specifically. Then moving into the project as a whole, working on the project where you'll, especially in my ceramics class, you guys are working on some things, and then you're going to split that time with kind of where you have to go back and forth between at least 2 projects, because sometimes the clay needs to dry some, set up further so that you can continue to work on it, and sometimes the clay needs to re-moisturize itself where you've sprayed it with some water and it's got to sit in the bag for like 10-20 minutes, and then you'll move to another project. So when you have those downtimes, that's when I recommend that you work on art history so that you don't get behind on that and you keep it as an ongoing thing, so that you just kind of work consistently, continuously, a little bit at a time. That way you don't get super bogged down in all the processes that we're doing. For the slab box, I have a video. Watch the video because it's a good tutorial. It tells you everything you need to know about the slab box design-wise and build phase. We are using the slab roller for this. You need to be acquainted with all the different tools in the classroom. Take your time to experiment with the different textures and ideas that you can add to your skull design. The more creative, the better it always is. So take your time to add into that. And I'm going to try and remember to put the link in the bottom of the description for that video. Otherwise, it is on my main channel. It's titled, I think, Deadhead Skulls or Dead Skulls Slab Box or something like that. So just look at my ceramics section and you will see it. It's me. It looks like I'm opening up the Ark of the Covenant kind of thumbnail. If you guys have questions, you know where to find me. Other than that, I'll see you guys later. Later, guys.